Geographical Society of New South Wales acknowledges Australia's Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. We pay our respects to them as the traditional custodians of the lands, waterways and skies across Australia and the continuation of their cultural, spiritual and educational practices. We thank Australia's Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples for sharing and caring for the land we live and learn on. We recognise that they have done this over tens of thousands of years and countless generations. We hope they will walk with the Society on our journey as we share friendship together. I would like to acknowledge in particular that I am recording this welcome today on the country of the Barra Matagal people of the Darug Nation and acknowledge their ancestors who have been traditional owners of their country for tens of thousands of years. I also acknowledge and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. I extend their respect to other Indigenous people who are watching today. Welcome to the 2020 Geographical Society of New South Wales Award Ceremony. Today we come together to celebrate the achievements of both professional geographers and students who have made a significant contribution to geography. As you know, the past 12 months have been an exceptional time for the Society and its members. From a global pandemic that has radically changed how we live and work, to the unprecedented bushfire events that swept across the nation over the summer period, once again highlighting the consequences of anthropogenic climate change and the urgent need for action. This period has also reinforced how important geographical research is to both understanding such events and their impacts, as well as providing insight into how to respond appropriately to these challenges. However, the sustainability of geographical research will face its own challenges over the coming years, as the financial pressures being brought to bear on Australian higher education will place geography departments, academics and students under increasing pressures. Yet, despite these circumstances, the geography discipline as a whole is strong enough to weather these challenges. Our research is world-leading and our people are some of the most collegial individuals in Australian institutions. Geography and geographers will continue to achieve much over the next decade if we work collectively to support each other within and across our institutions. Within this context, however, the Geographical Society of New South Wales objectives to encourage the growth and diffusion of geographical knowledge has never been more important. We have a jam-packed program of awards and acknowledgements to get through, but before we begin, I would like to alert those of you who are new to the Society to consider becoming members. The Society offers a range of events and opportunities for geography academics, teachers, practicing geographers from both the public and private spheres, and other interested members of the public. Our mission is to encourage and promote geography in New South Wales and throughout Australia, and we hope you will consider becoming members. If already members, continue to support the work that we have been doing for over 90 years and hope to do so for another century to come.
It's my very great honour and privilege to congratulate Bob Solomon on his appointment as a life member of the Geographical Society of New South Wales. Bob grew up in a family of teachers, became interested in geography at a very young age, and studied geography at university. He achieved his first-class honours degree in 1954. As a result of his first-class honours degree, together with his achievements in athletics and contributions to community service, he won a 1955 Rhodes Scholarship to Oxford University. We understand he was actually only the second geographer ever to be awarded a Rhodes Scholarship. Before Bob left for Oxford, he joined the Council of the Geographical Society. Before he left, he taught some geography, he did some lecturing and so on, and then spent a very productive time at Oxford University before he then spent the late 1950s and early 1960s over in the United States, during which, over a period of 3 months, he travelled about 18,000 kilometres undertaking geographical research, contributing lectures and so on and so forth. He then returned to the UK in the 1960s briefly, before finally seeing the light and returning to Australia in 1964. Having returned to Australia in 1964, he actually became involved in politics, and in the late 1960s became the Member of Parliament for the Tasmanian seat of Denison. He used his influence as a geographer/politician to argue persuasively, as it turned out, that the Commonwealth Government should become more actively involved in issues of urban development, urban authority, and as a result of that, it resulted in the establishment in 1972 of the National Urban and Regional Development Authority, the NURDA, later renamed as the Cities Commission. As I said, time doesn't permit me to go through all of Bob's history. The short version is he lost his parliamentary seat, returned to working in geography, and I think from our point of view, delighted that he returned to the Council of the Geographical Society 10 years ago in the year 2010, since which he's been coordinating the Travellers Club meetings. I can speak personally of the brilliant job that Bob has done in doing that because I've delivered some lectures myself. People who see Bob just think that he could never run out of energy. Look, Bob has contributed so much to geography in general, in Australia and overseas, and to the Geographical Society specifically, that I have no doubt that he is a most worthy recipient of the honour of life membership of the Geographical Society of New South Wales, and I would ask you now to join with me in congratulating him on this well-deserved and fine honour.
The Geographical Society of New South Wales awards fellowships to members who have made significant contributions to geography and to the work of this professional organisation. These fellowships are presented biennially at the Society's award night. This year, it is with very great pleasure that the Geographical Society of New South Wales recognises Associate Professor Natasha Clocker by awarding her a fellowship in 2020. The award of a fellowship is in recognition of Natasha's contributions to the Society as a counsellor for almost 10 years and as an associate editor and then editor of Australian Geographer, shepherding improvements that have contributed to an impressive performance by Australian Geographer. This award is also acknowledgement of Associate Professor Clocker's work in raising the profile of gender and cultural diversity within the discipline and the Society. Her important research on international migration into rural areas that is pioneering in its community engagement approach, and her editorial work with emerging geographers that is fostering the next generation of geographers. Natasha was awarded a Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Environmental Science, where she was also awarded an Honours Class 1 and won the University Medal at the University of New South Wales in 2002. She returned to UNSW, where she completed her PhD thesis on a participatory, action-oriented and youth-led investigation of child domestic work in Iringa, Tanzania in 2008. Natasha began her academic career as a postdoctoral fellow at the Victorian Health Promotion Foundation and the University of Melbourne. In 2010, she took up a post at the University of Wollongong, where she remains today as Associate Professor and Deputy Head of the School of Geography and Sustainable Communities. With over 50 peer-reviewed publications and more than 10 years' experience in teaching and supervising undergraduate and postgraduate geography students, Associate Professor Clocker's research and teaching focus on issues of equity, discrimination, and inclusion-exclusion, most often explored through the lens of migration and ethnic diversity. She has received numerous awards for her work, including the 2018 Australian Institute of Training and Development Excellent Award in the Women's Leadership Development category and the University of Wollongong's Women of Impact Award in 2016. Associate Professor Clocker's research is cited in a range of disciplines that go beyond geography, including cultural studies, psychology, sociology, public health, planning, tourism studies, and media and communication studies. Please join me as we congratulate Natasha for her award as a Fellow of the Geographical Society of New South Wales in 2020.
Hi, my name's Associate Professor Kathleen Mee. I'm the Editor-in-Chief of Australian Geographer, and I'm really excited to present the next two awards. Each year, the editorial team from Australian Geographer awards 2 prizes. The Dorothy R. Taylor Award is for the best paper published overall in a calendar year, and the David G. Steed Award is for the best paper published by an early career researcher in a calendar year. The 2020 awards go to the Dorothy R. Taylor Award goes to Eliza DeVette and Christine Erickson for their incredibly timely paper, When Insurance and Goodwill Are Not Enough, Bushfire Attack Level Ratings, Risk Calculations and Disaster Resilience in Australia. A paper even more needed after the Royal Commission into the bushfires was recently released. And I'm very pleased to announce that the David G. Steed Award for an early career researcher goes to Maria Dolores Mello Zurita for her paper Challenging Sub-Terra Nullius, a critical underground urbanism project. Well done. And I'm very pleased that that paper was part of our Thinking Space collection, which highlights the contributions of early career geographers. Well done to you all. Congratulations.
Good afternoon. My name is Sophie Webber. I'm a lecturer in the School of Geosciences at the University of Sydney, as well as being a counsellor for the Geographical Society of New South Wales. Today, I'm really thrilled to announce our postdoctoral awards, 6 wonderfully deserving early career geographers who've been awarded these awards, which are intended to build research momentum for recent geography graduates once they've just completed their PhDs by providing funding for them to attend conferences and present their research findings at those conferences. There are 6 awardees this year, and I'm thrilled to announce that they are first Dr. Nama Blattman from the School of Geosciences at the University of Sydney, Dr. Thea Hewitt from the School of Geography at the University of Melbourne, Sophie May Kerr from the Australian Centre for Culture, Environment, Society and Space and the School of Geography and Sustainable Communities at the University of Wollongong, Oz Nur Sahin from the Institute for Culture and Society at Western Sydney University, Dr. Paula Satizabal from the School of Geography at the University of Melbourne, and Dr. Thomas Jobe from the School of Geosciences at the University of Sydney. Congratulations to these outstanding, very worthy early career geographers, and we hope that these awards are able to support you to present your research at conferences, current travel restrictions notwithstanding. Well done.
The Geographical Society of New South Wales photo competition was first introduced in 2017 as part of the Society's 90th birthday celebrations, with the 3 winning photographs and those highly commended showcased at the birthday gala dinner hosted by the University of Sydney. This year the Society invited geographers to submit up to 2 photographs on the theme of Geography Today, which would be judged by a panel of 3 geographers. Up for grabs were a $400 prize for first place, a $200 prize for second place, and a $100 prize for third place. Normally these prizes would be awarded at the Society's annual awards night, but I'm delighted to be joining you all virtually to announce our prize recipients and share their winning entries. Starting in third place, I am thrilled to announce Chanel Samarakoon's photo reflecting on solar, which was taken in Malawi. In second place, we have Dr. Marnie Graham and her submission, I Know These Trees, which was taken in the Kalahari, South Africa. Finally, I'm excited to announce and share our winning photograph this year, Walking Together, which was taken by Associate Professor Sandy Suchet Pearson at Erin Game Ranch, again in the Kalahari Desert, South Africa. We're really pleased with the fantastic and high quality images we received this year and are so thrilled to see this competition grow year on year.
The University Prize is awarded annually to undergraduate students from each of the 9 New South Wales universities who topped their year in geography. The prize was first awarded in the 1940s and continues to today. This year, I am pleased to present the awards to students for their achievements in 2019. They will receive a certificate, a $100 cheque, and a 12-month membership to the Society, as well as an invite to our next in-person awards night. Congratulations to all of the University Prize recipients. Our first year winners from the Australian Catholic University, Holly Tapia; from Macquarie University, Judith Grace Feller; University of Newcastle, Sean Casabreck; University of New England, Kelly Ann Gee; University of New South Wales, Anthony Key Kawanda; University of Sydney, Ida Marie Altenkamp; University of Wollongong, Shannon Lucas; University of Western Sydney, Felicia Violentasis. Our second year winners, Australian Catholic University, Miriam Zabib; Macquarie University, Katie Driscoll; University of Newcastle, Kimberly Besser; University of New South Wales, Rebecca Grace Chapman; University of Sydney, Juditha Hudson; University of Wollongong, Mary Pilkington; University of Western Sydney, Cassandra Lee Farquharson. Our third year winners, Australian Catholic University, Thomas Nazo; Macquarie University, Ben Radford; University of Newcastle, Caitlin Towsell; University of New England, Astrid Mirabella and Nicola Davis; University of New South Wales, Alva Lane; University of Sydney, Euphrey C; University of Wollongong, Ellen Maddock; Western Sydney University, Alice Penelope Bowen.
At the end of this very unusual event, it would be remiss of me not to acknowledge the huge amount of work that has gone on behind the scenes to make this event and the activities of the Society over the past 12 months possible. First, I would like to thank the Society's Executive Officer, Bronwyn Bate, whose hard work and unyielding cheerfulness continues to provide the oil and energy that keeps the Society's wheels turning. Next, I would like to thank all the members of Council who have, in what has been a particularly demanding year for everyone, dedicated hours of unpaid time to ensure that the Society continues to deliver and remain relevant to its membership. Last, I would like to thank Ross Waldron for his exceptional expertise and skill in helping the Society assemble our first virtual awards ceremony. On behalf of the Geographical Society of New South Wales, I would like to wish you all a safe and happy summer break, and I look forward to joining you for a fantastic 2021.